I just woke up like 5 or 10 minutes ago, and if you guys cannot notice, my hair looks absolutely like dog crap. I cannot get my hair to look like Keanu Reeves, why? So I woke up and I was going to work on my Doom video because it is almost done. Today was going to be the day, today Friday, November the 20th. Today was going to be the day when I upload my Doom video with my girlfriends. Ah, las motos siempre pasan, se maman, neta. This video was going to be absolutely epic, legendary, brutal, mythic, I don't know. This video was going to be awesome. It is going to be awesome. But then, while I was procrastinating and scrolling through Twitter, yes, I actually use Twitter, that cursed website, but if you use that cursed website as well, be sure to follow me on Twitter, link is down below, or at Mr. Midnight. The more followers I get, the stronger I will become, so please go follow me on Twitter. Anyways, I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw this tweet by Oscar saying, Doom Eternal on the Nintendo Switch has been cancelled. And I was like, wait, no, that cannot be possible. Doom Eternal being cancelled on a platform? No, man. The main thing about Doom is that it runs on every single piece of hardware imaginable. In this case being the PlayStation, the Xbox, the PC hardware, Stadia, xCloud, whatever, and the Nintendo as well. So why how? That's not possible. Doom Eternal cannot be cancelled on the Nintendo Switch. And oh and behold, that is actually true. And after I saw that awful tweet about Doom Eternal not being on the Nintendo Switch, I began seeing websites like GameStop, IGN, Kid Guru talking about Doom Eternal being cancelled on the Nintendo Switch. So I did what almost every person would do, and I messaged my friends on Bethesda, that works for Bethesda obviously, that if this was true, and I asked, hey brother, for the sake of not spreading wrongful information, I wanted to ask if it's true that the Nintendo Switch version of Doom Eternal was cancelled. If you cannot answer, that's no problem. Little sad face. And he responded with, hey bud, appreciate you checking. The official quote from our team in those articles is correct. So yes, Doom Eternal has been cancelled for the Nintendo Switch, the physical release. There's no going to be a physical release of Doom Eternal for the Nintendo Switch. There's going to be a digital release. Yes, that's still going to be coming. But to read a little bit of the article, let's read the one from Kid Guru, which is the most short and precise. Here's what a Bethesda spokesperson had to say on the matter. While Doom Eternal is 100% on track for an imminent digital-only release on Nintendo Switch, the absence of a physical release at retail resulted in cancelled pre-orders. Affected customers will receive full refunds and should contact their preferred retailer for more information. So Doom Eternal will be coming to the Nintendo Switch soon on the digital store, presumably sometime in December based on Bethesda's wording. However, the game will no longer have a physical release, turning it into a substantial digital download for Switch owners. In my personal experience, I do not like digital media. I want my media, whether it be video games, cartridges, cassettes, VHS cassettes, DVDs, Blu-rays, especially video games. I want my video games to be physical. I want to be able to grab my cartridge of goddamn Dark Souls 3 Day 1 edition and smell it because it smells good. I like grabbing my discs, opening them and smelling the disc like, this smells like it's mine now. With digital media, you just have your console and your video games are there inside in the memory card or in the hard drive or on the SSD or whatever console you're using. If it's a PlayStation 2 or 1, it's a memory card. But anyways, there cannot be whatever. I don't like digital media. One, because if your account gets banned, or if the server, I said the bad word, if the server effing explodes or dies or something, your games, all the games you own are done. They are dead. They are nowhere to be seen. With digital media, you own the game. You own the game, you know? And I do not like owning the games. I want to own the games in a literal sense. I want to grab the game and own it. That's why stuff like Stadia failed so hard, because honestly, Google Stadia, you do not own the games. You are paying a fee to own the game, but you do not own it. Google, whenever they want, they can take Destiny 2 Beyond Light out of your hands, or Doom Eternal, or whatever. In this case, we're talking about the Nintendo Switch. Again, I can understand why this happened, because Doom Eternal, it is a very big game. Panic Button is an incredible developer. They have ported games like Doom, Rocket League, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, Warframe, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Doom BF3 Edition to the Nintendo Switch. They have done amazing work with really heavy duty games. They have ported those games to the Nintendo Switch, and they were going to port, or they are going to port the Nintendo Switch, the Doom Eternal to the Nintendo Switch. But Doom Eternal, with its engine, it is a very heavy duty game. It is not heavier than Doom actually. Doom Eternal is like 30 gigabytes in size, and Doom 2016 is like 67, something along those lines. How, you may ask? Well, that's the wonders of the id Tech 7 engine. I do not know what kind of black magic did id Software do and their programmers, but id Tech 7 engine, by my understanding, is a huge leap in gaming engines, and Panic Button can take advantage of this engine and port even safer, I'll say, Doom Eternal into the Nintendo Switch. Of course, with limited potential and hardware of the Nintendo Switch, they will need to basically, for Doom Eternal to run at 60 FPS in the Nintendo Switch, they'll have to render the game in 720p or something, or greatly decrease the resolution of some assets or of some things, the rendering of particles, I don't know, special effects, you know. Like, a ton of things on the game will need to be lowered for Doom Eternal to run on the Nintendo Switch, and that is completely understandable. But the main thing why Doom Eternal is not going to be released on a physical media, and why it was cancelled basically mainly, was because a lot of people were canceling their pre-orders about the game. So because a lot of people were canceling their pre-orders, Bethesda saw no reason to release Doom Eternal as a physical copy or media in the Nintendo Switch. Digital sales only. Also, the cost-effective thing on doing cartridges and boxes for the game, it's not very cost-effective efficient, you know. They are saving a ton of money just making the game the release on a digital version, you know. They are saving a ton of money. Of course, it's also because COVID-19 and the pandemic. With Doom Eternal having a physical release on the Nintendo Switch, a ton of people, obviously, we'll go to Best Buy, we'll go to Walmart, we'll go to GameStop, we'll go to whatever other gaming company or retailer there is in your area. A lot of people will go to get their physical copy of Doom Eternal to the store. So obviously, because of pandemic and COVID regulations, that's not safe and you should stay home. You do not need the game for sure. If you want to buy the physical media of Doom Eternal for the Nintendo Switch, just order it from Amazon or something along those lines. But yes, a lot of people will go or would go to the store to get Doom Eternal for the Nintendo Switch, and that is not safe. You should stay at home. So I can understand why they are canceling the physical release of Doom Eternal on the Nintendo Switch. It's because of COVID-19 and pandemic regulations, and because a lot of people have been canceling their pre-orders. So now there's no reason for Bethesda to release the game on physically. They're also saving a ton of money, so that's it. Of course, I do own a Nintendo Switch, and I was waiting patiently for the game to come out to buy the physical cartridge of Doom Eternal and have it on my shelf, because the things with physical media is that you have a shelf. I do not have a shelf, of course, but I'm going to have one. If you have a shelf or something where you can put your games, you can put your games to be on display, so when people that enter your room, they're like, oh my god, that's so cool. That's the things with physical media. They're like furniture. You can decorate your home, your room with your physical releases of games. With all my Halo collection, Dark Souls, Doom, Gears of War. It's awesome, right? When you have games on digital media, digitally on the Xbox 360, Xbox One, Series X, PS3, PS4, PS5, Nintendo, you don't actually feel that you own the game, at least for me. Yes, it is more efficient because you have all your games on your console, so you don't have to bother on changing the disc and all that stuff, but I don't know, just doesn't feel real, at least for me. But yes, the Doom Eternal physical release version of the Nintendo Switch was cancelled. The digital version is still coming out. They say that in December, so yeah. That is it. Thanks to Bethesda for clearing this stuff out. I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Honestly, this video was just so random and my English is sucking so bad. So anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Follow me on Twitter. And yes, adios. Bye. That's it. Let's go.